Hi, my name is Melodie Kruspodin, and I am the Prevention and Policy Division Manager at Peace Over Violence, a member organization of the California Partnership to End Domestic Violence. I'm so happy to be talking to everybody out there about Domestic Violence Awareness Month and to get us to really think about young people and the way that domestic violence and dating violence impacts them. In my job here at Peace Over Violence, overseeing the prevention programs and looking at different policies, I spend most of my time really working with schools and different institutions to make sure that they have policies in place that are really going to help keep students safe. And I think if you were to ask me what a policy needs to best address students, to help them build healthy relationships, to help them be able to recognize the warning signs of unhealthy relationships, the one word that comes to my mind is really community. And I know that we don't always think about community when we're talking about policies, but I think when we're thinking about working with a school and trying to change the climate, trying to foster positive behaviors among students, whether that's with themselves or with the adults and teachers who are on campus with them, it's really about a sense of community. So I think when we're looking at constructing policies or implementing policies, I think strongest policies are going to look at the school as a community and are going to address the different levels and the different dynamics that exist within that school community. So what I mean by that is that policies should have a component of working with students. How do we build their skills? How do we provide them prevention education? How do we foster their leadership abilities so that they can be advocates not only for themselves but for their peers around them, right? I think that's a really key part, and I think that's the part that a lot of people really want to embrace, right, and have really taken on. But I think that that's only one part of our policies. I think we need to bring in all of the other pieces as well. So if students are receiving information about how to prevent dating violence, how to build healthy relationships, how to advocate for one another, then they're going to need support from the adults around them. So I think policies need to address parents as well, or whoever it is that is caring for our children across California, right? So how can we have parents be part of it? Can we say that we need to provide notification to parents that dating violence is something that happens and there's a policy at our school about it? Can we say that we provide classes and workshops for parents so that they can learn not only how to talk to their children about teen dating violence, about stalking, about sexual violence, whatever it is, but really to build parents' advocacy skills so that parents know how to advocate for their children and how to get from the schools and from the school districts what it is they need. And then of course we have our amazing partners and champions with the teachers and the administrators at the school site itself, right? Our students spend so much of their days with teachers who love them and care about them, who want to support them, want them to succeed. We know that that's the case. So how can our policies also best support teachers? How can we provide training to teachers so that they have the tools to know how to guide that student, so that they have the tools to be trauma informed when there's a student in their class who might be dealing with some form of violence, right? How can we bring teachers to be leaders so that they can be modeling healthy communication, healthy relationships, all of these wonderful things for our students? And how do we get their voices to be part of this, because they're the ones who know what's going on in the classrooms. And then of course we want to include our district and the administrators as well, so that we have policies and protocols in place when, if a student is affected by dating violence, they know exactly what they need to do in order to support that student. And that's for students who might be victims of dating violence, or this might be for the students who are using violence. How can we provide services for all children across California, all young people, all youth, so that they can really feel empowered? And I think, again, it's by working in community with our schools in order to really move towards a world without violence.